Welcome to AI ToolBox. Are you ready for this? Today, we are taking a deep dive into QodoAI.
QodoAI.
It's this AI-powered code assistant that's been generating a ton of buzz in the tech world.
Yeah.
So if you're like a developer,
Yeah.
or even if you're just like someone who's just fascinated by the future of coding, this deep dive is for you.
It's really incredible.
Yeah.
The amount of excitement that QodoAI is generating out there. And you know what's really capturing everyone's attention?
What?
It's how seamlessly it integrates with your workflow.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine instead of like waiting for code reviews or spending hours debugging,
Right.
you have an AI assistant right there in your IDE,
Okay.
like in VSCode or IntelliJ, providing real-time feedback and suggestions.
It's almost like having like a coding expert
Yeah.
looking over your shoulder, right?
Precisely.
But without the pressure.
Exactly, without that judgment.
Yeah.
Right. And it's not just about, catching errors either. QodoAI actually analyzes the context of your code. It understands what you're trying to achieve.
Wow.
And then it offers suggestions for improvement based on best practices.
Amazing.
It can even help you refactor your code, making it, cleaner and more efficient.
That honestly sounds like a dream come true for
Yeah.
anyone who has ever wrestled with a messy code base.
Oh, absolutely.
But how does it work?
Well,
Does it just flag errors, or is there something more to it?
it's way more sophisticated than traditional code analysis tools.
Okay.
You see, QodoAI uses a deep learning model
Mm-hmm.
that has been trained on a massive data set of high-quality code.
Right.
And this allows it to recognize patterns, anticipate potential issues, and then it can offer truly insightful suggestions. It's like having a coding mentor
Oh, wow.
who can guide you towards writing better code from the very beginning.
Okay, so it's not just about fixing mistakes. It's about helping you develop good coding habits
Yeah.
and learning as you go.
Yeah.
I can see why developers are excited about this.
Yeah.
But let's play devil's advocate for a moment.
Okay.
Are there any potential downsides to relying on an AI tool like this?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
And while the benefits are undeniable,
Yeah.
it's super important to be mindful of the potential challenges.
Okay.
One concern is that developers might become overly reliant on the tool,
Mm-hmm.
and this could hinder their own learning and growth.
So it's kind of like using a GPS to navigate everywhere.
Exactly.
You might get to your destination faster, but you won't develop your own sense of direction.
You got it.
Yeah.
So it's important to strike that balance between leveraging the power of AI
Mm-hmm.
and developing your own coding skills and intuition.
Right.
Another consideration is the performance aspect.
Oh, okay.
QodoAI requires significant processing power to provide that real-time analysis,
Right.
which could be a challenge for those working with less powerful machines.
So access to this powerful tool might be limited by hardware constraints.
Yeah, that's a valid point.
Okay.
However, the developers behind QodoAI are constantly working to optimize performance and make it accessible to a wider range of users.
That's good.
And, this technology is still evolving rapidly, so we can expect to see further improvements in the future.
So it sounds like QodoAI is already a really powerful tool with enormous potential,
Yeah,
but it's still in its early stages of development.
for sure.
What are some of the most interesting applications of QodoAI that you're seeing emerge right now?
Well, one of the most exciting areas is its use in modernizing legacy code bases.
Okay.
Companies with large, complex systems that have been built and modified over many years are finding QodoAI to be an invaluable tool.
Really?
Oh, yeah. For identifying vulnerabilities, suggesting improvements, and streamlining the process of refactoring.
Wow.
It's like having an AI-powered consultant who can help bring these older systems up to date and make them more efficient.
That's fascinating. It sounds like QodoAI could have a major impact on how software is developed and maintained
Yeah,
across a wide range of industries.
it really could.
But let's not forget about the impact on education.
Mhm.
We touched on this briefly earlier, but I'd love to dig a little deeper. How do you see QodoAI changing the way we teach and learn coding?
The potential is huge.
Yeah.
Imagine a coding classroom where every student has access to a personalized AI tutor
Oh, wow.
that can provide real-time feedback, explain complex concepts in a clear and concise way, and guide them towards developing good coding habits from the very start. This could be transformative.
Right.
Especially for beginners who are just starting their coding journey.
That's a really exciting prospect.
Yeah.
It sounds like QodoAI could make coding more accessible
Mm-hmm.
and less intimidating
Yeah.
for a much wider audience.
Yeah.
And speaking of making things accessible, let's talk about how our listeners can get their hands on this game-changing tool. What's the best way for them to get started with QodoAI?
It's surprisingly easy to get started.
Really?
The QodoAI website provides clear step-by-step instructions for installing the plugin for popular IDEs like VSCode and IntelliJ. It's a straightforward process, and once it's set up, you can start benefiting from its features right away.
So no complex configurations or technical hurdles to jump through.
Nope.
That's fantastic. Now, I know our listeners are eager to hear about how QodoAI compares to other code analysis tools on the market.
Yeah.
We mentioned Sonar Quip earlier, which is a popular option. How does QodoAI differentiate itself?
The key difference lies in its real-time, context-aware approach.
Okay.
While tools like SonarQuid provide valuable insights into code quality, they typically operate on a batch analysis model, meaning you have to wait for the analysis to complete before you see any feedback.
Oh,
But QodoAI, on the other hand, is constantly analyzing your code as you write, providing instant feedback and suggestions that are directly relevant to what you're working on at that moment.
right.
This makes it much more interactive and engaging.
It sounds like QodoAI is shifting the paradigm from passive code analysis to active code collaboration.
Exactly.
It's not just about finding problems after the fact. It's about guiding you towards writing better code from the ground up.
Precisely. It's a much more proactive and engaging approach to code quality. And because QodoAI integrates directly into your workflow, it becomes a natural extension of your development process, rather than a separate step that you have to remember to perform.
That's a crucial distinction.
Yeah,
It's not just another tool in your toolbox. It's more like a partner in the coding process.
exactly. And that's why so many developers are calling QodoAI a game changer. It's not just about automating tasks or finding errors. It's about fundamentally changing the way we think about code quality and collaboration.
Well, all this talk about QodoAI is definitely making me want to try it out myself.
You should.
For our listeners who are equally intrigued, I encourage you to visit the QodoAI website and explore its features firsthand. You can find a link in the show notes. And while you're at it, be sure to follow @AI4ThePeople on social media to stay up to date on the latest and greatest AI tools making waves in the tech world.
We'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences with QodoAI. Share your insights in the comments below, and let's continue this conversation.
This has been an incredibly insightful look at QodoAI and its potential to reshape the landscape of software development.
It has. Welcome back to AI ToolBox. Before we went to the break, we were deep in the world of QodoAI,
We were.
talking all about its potential to really shake things up and how software is developed and maintained.
I'm still thinking about QodoAI's potential impact on education.
Yeah.
You know, it's fascinating to imagine classrooms where students have access to like a virtual coding mentor,
Yeah.
right, in their development environment.
Hmm.
It could make learning to code so much more engaging and accessible.
Absolutely. And it's not just about helping beginners either. Experienced developers are also finding QodoAI to be an invaluable tool for staying up to date with best practices and exploring new coding techniques.
Wow.
It can even help break down those silos between teams.
Oh, really?
Yeah, by providing a common framework for code quality and style.
So QodoAI is not just a personal coding assistant.
Right.
It can actually foster better collaboration and communication within development teams.
Exactly.
That's really interesting. But as with any powerful technology, there are always questions about the long-term implications.
Right.
You know, some people worry that AI tools like QodoAI will eventually replace human developers altogether. What are your thoughts on that?
It's a valid concern,
Yeah.
and it's definitely something that's being actively discussed within the tech community.
Right.
However, I believe that AI is more likely to augment human capabilities rather than replace them entirely.
Okay.
You know, QodoAI is a powerful tool,
Yeah.
but it still requires human guidance and oversight.
Right.
Developers will need to learn how to effectively leverage AI tools while maintaining their own critical thinking skills and creativity.
So instead of fearing obsolescence, developers should see AI as an opportunity to evolve their skill set and focus on the more strategic and creative aspects
Yeah,
of software development.
exactly. Think of it as a partnership.
Okay.
AI can handle the more repetitive and time-consuming tasks,
Right.
freeing up developers to focus on the big picture.
Yeah.
Like solving complex problems, designing innovative solutions, and crafting elegant user experiences. In a way, you know, QodoAI could actually elevate the role of the developer, allowing them to operate at a higher level of abstraction.
That's a really positive way to look at it.
Yeah.
Instead of replacing jobs, AI could actually create new opportunities and lead to more fulfilling roles for developers. But I'm curious, what about those who are just starting their coding journey? Could QodoAI make it easier for people with no prior coding experience to build software?
That's a fascinating question.
Yeah.
One of the most exciting possibilities is that AI could lower the barrier to entry for aspiring developers. Imagine a world where anyone with an idea can use intuitive tools powered by AI to bring their concepts to life, even if they don't have years of coding experience under their belt.
Right.
This could democratize software development and lead to a wave of innovation from unexpected sources.
That's an incredible thought.
Yeah.
But it also raises some interesting questions.
Sure.
If AI makes coding more accessible, does that diminish the value of traditional coding skills? Will developers need to specialize in new areas to stay relevant in this evolving landscape?
It's likely that the skills required to be successful in software development will continue to evolve.
Okay.
While core coding skills will remain important, there will be an increasing emphasis on understanding how to effectively collaborate with AI, how to design systems that leverage AI capabilities, and how to navigate the ethical considerations that come with developing and deploying AI-powered solutions.
So it's not just about writing code anymore.
Right.
It's about understanding the broader implications of AI and its impact on society.
Exactly. Developers will need to become more well-rounded, combining their technical expertise with a strong understanding of ethics, design thinking, and human-centered development principles. In a way, AI is pushing us to become better, more thoughtful developers.
That's a great perspective. So while AI tools like QodoAI are undoubtedly transforming the technical aspects of software development, they're also prompting us to think more deeply about the human side of the equation. It's a reminder that technology should ultimately serve humanity, not the other way around.
Absolutely. It's about finding the right balance between leveraging the power of technology and preserving the human element that makes software development such a creative and rewarding endeavor. And that's why it's so important to have these conversations, to explore both the opportunities and the challenges that AI presents, and to work together to shape a future where AI empowers developers and benefits society as a whole.
Well said. Now, before we wrap up this segment, I want to touch on something we discussed earlier, the potential downsides of relying too heavily on AI tools. While QodoAI can undoubtedly boost productivity and help developers write better code, could it also stifle creativity and innovation in the long run?
It's a valid concern,
Yeah.
and one that deserves careful consideration. If developers become overly reliant on AI suggestions and stop questioning or exploring alternative approaches, it could lead to a homogenization of code and a decrease in the diversity of solutions.
So, like anything else, it's all about finding the right balance.
Exactly.
We need to use AI tools like QodoAI to enhance our capabilities, not replace our own critical thinking and creativity.
Exactly. The goal is not to become passive recipients of AI-generated solutions, but to actively engage with these tools, to experiment, to push the boundaries, and to ultimately use AI as a catalyst for innovation and human progress.
This has been an incredibly insightful discussion about the evolving role of AI in software development and the exciting possibilities that tools like QodoAI are unlocking. But we've only scratched the surface. In our next segment, we'll delve into some specific real-world applications of QodoAI and explore how developers are using it to tackle complex coding challenges across a wide range of industries. Stay tuned. Welcome back to AI ToolBox. We've spent this whole deep dive exploring QodoAI and its potential to revolutionize software development.
It really is exciting.
But let's shift gears for a minute and talk about some real-world applications. I'm so eager to hear how developers are using this powerful tool to do cool things.
Yeah, we're seeing QodoAI being used in some truly innovative ways.
Oh, cool.
One area where it's making a big impact is in rapid prototyping.
Yeah.
Imagine you have this brilliant idea for a new app,
Right.
but you're just not sure how to bring it to life.
Okay, yeah.
QodoAI can help you quickly experiment with different approaches
Oh, wow.
and build a working prototype in a fraction of the time it would normally take.
So instead of spending weeks or even months writing code from scratch, developers can use QodoAI to get a functional prototype up and running a lot faster.
It's exactly.
That could be a game changer for, startups and entrepreneurs
Yeah,
looking to validate their ideas quickly.
for sure. And it's not just about speed either.
Oh.
QodoAI can also help ensure that your prototype is built on a really solid foundation.
Okay.
Adhering to best practices and avoiding common pitfalls,
Yeah.
this can save you a lot of headaches down the road when it's time to scale your app.
Earlier we talked about QodoAI's ability to analyze and refactor legacy code.
Mm-hmm.
Can you give us some concrete examples of how this is being used in the real world?
Sure. One example is in the financial industry.
Okay.
Banks and other financial institutions often have these massive, complex systems that have been built and modified over decades.
Yeah, right.
These systems are critical to their operations,
Okay.
but they can be incredibly difficult and expensive to maintain.
That makes sense.
QodoAI is actually being used to help modernize these legacy systems.
Oh, wow.
It identifies vulnerabilities, it suggests improvements, and it can even automate some of the refactoring process.
Oh, really?
This allows these companies to keep their systems secure and efficient without having to completely rewrite them from scratch.
That's a great example of how AI can be used to kind of bridge the gap between the old and the new,
Right.
making it possible to modernize existing systems without disrupting critical operations.
For sure.
It sounds like QodoAI is having a real impact across a wide range of industries.
It is. We're also seeing exciting applications in healthcare, education, and even gaming. Developers are finding these creative ways to use QodoAI to build better software faster and more efficiently than ever before. And as the technology continues to evolve, we can expect to see even more innovative use cases emerge in the years to come.
It's clear that QodoAI is more than just a code assistant. It's a powerful tool that's shaping the future of software development.
Absolutely.
But we've only scratched the surface of what's possible. I encourage all our listeners to explore QodoAI for themselves and discover how it can enhance their own coding journey. You can find a link to the QodoAI website in the show notes.
And for those who want to stay ahead of the curve and explore the ever-evolving world of AI tools, be sure to follow at AI for the People on social media. We'll be back tomorrow with another deep dive into a fresh AI tool that's making waves. Until then, keep innovating.
Thanks for joining us on AI ToolBox. Don't forget to like this deep dive and share it with anyone who might be interested. See you tomorrow for another exciting exploration of the world of AI.